Hello there, I'm Dave Allen, I'm Good and Geeky, and I heard on one of the Facebook channels there for Affinity Designer that some people are having difficulty in exporting out so they can use their designs in whatever way. And I thought, well, let's have a look and see what I do when I'm exporting stuff out of Affinity Designer, a thumbnail image which I'm going to use to put onto one of my tutorials in YouTube. And I like it to come out as a JPEG. So let's get into it. Okay, so here I am in Affinity Designer. What I'm going to do is go to File and Export. You don't get many options. You get Export or Export as Template. I'm not making a template at the moment, so let's go for the Export. And I get my choice up here at the top, so I can put it out as WebP, which is one if you put it onto the web there and you want a good quality image, which is a small size image as well. You got PNG, your JPEGs, GIFs, and all the sort of general sort of stuff there. SVGs if you needed to send it out as a vector file or an EPS as a vector file. And for this one here, I'm going to use the usual, which is the JPEG. So put it on JPEG, and then you choose the size that you want it out as. At this case here, I want it to be 1920 by 1080. Perfect. And I don't have to touch any of that. I usually put the quality at around about 85% is good enough for putting it onto YouTube, and the area is the whole document, but I could choose other areas. There are occasions where I've got something selected, I can just send out what was selected. And then I'm going to leave all the rest of the advanced stuff there, don't need to touch any of that there, and click on Export. Next thing you have to do is to give it a title, so we're going to just call it Test Thumbnail. So I don't need to put the word thumbnail into the title or YouTube or anything else like that because I'm using tags. I recommend tags. Tags are great. Helps you find things on your system. And I'm going to put the word in here, YouTube, because it's a word. This is something that's going to be for YouTube. And also the fact that it's for a tutorial as well. So I've got tutorials. And I can also put in the fact that it's a thumbnail. So that saves me from putting the word thumbnail in the title. And so all I really need to do is just put in the word whatever I'm going to call it. So test is going to sort out the JPG at the end of it, and then I have to decide where I'm going to put it. And it's pretty simple really. I mean, most times you're going to sort of put it in the same place, and so it's going to come up with where you used last time. And in this case it's going to be in pictures, but I could put it sort of anywhere, and I can change that as necessary. So if I want to put it into this folder here, which I use for synchronization across to other devices, like my if I want something to be on my Raspberry Pi, for instance, or I can put it into documents, and then in documents I've got pictures in there, so I could put it in that one. But I think this pictures one here is the same one as I got over here. It's just I've got it so it's easier to get to. So then I just click on save, and hey presto, the job is done. So if I go into Finder now, I can have a look and see and prove it that it's been done. So let's go into Finder, Command N to get a new one of these up on the screen there, and I'm going to go into Pictures, and there you go. That's the file that I just exported out. If I have a look at that there on this way of looking at the files here, you can see that test JPG. It's the right size. It's got the tags on it. I can add more tags here if I want to. Show more information. Well, there's not much more, but there's a bit more information. So that's that done with exporting out of Affinity Designer on the Mac. Let's have a look and see how we do it on the iPad now. So now would be a good and geeky time to hack the YouTube algorithm and add a like to this video or a comment. So here we are in the iPad now. I'm going to open up the Affinity Design application, and we're going to export something out of that. So I'm going to go to this menu at the top here, and out of this menu here I've got export, and the same I've got export as template as I did with the Mac as well. So let's click on export, and here I get my choices of how I'm going to export it. I've got PNG, JPEG and all the same as before, and I'm going to send this one out as a JPEG. Maybe I could change the quality down from 100%, put it around about 85 again. Just change the size down of this as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on preview. So that's the preview of it. Lovely, that's all we need from preview. Don't even need to look at it generally, but still. And here we've got whole document, you can selection area, and the file name is going to be bluedragon.jpg. So what I'm going to do now is click on OK, and then I'm going to choose where I'm going to put it. On the iPad, you can choose to put it somewhere on your iPad. So on your iPad, choose, say for instance, you want to put it into your Affinity Designer folder. Probably the best place to put it is somewhere on iCloud Drive. So let's put it into iCloud Drive. And in iCloud Drive, I'll go to the folder called Pictures. So I'm going to put it into this folder here. And I can put tags onto this here if I want to as well. This is where I get the chance to change the name of it. Let's put Blue Dragon 2 on there. Let's click on tags. That's the thing I don't like with the iPad. You don't get a way to see these tags done in alphabetical order, so you can find them a bit easier. In fact, it'd be nice even if you could have folders of tags. And I think maybe what I need to do here is I tap on the word move. Okay, so let's go back into the files application again now, and I'm looking for a bluedragon.jpg. So anyway, that's my Blue Dragon, and I just exported that out of the application Affinity Designer. So it isn't that difficult to do that. So there you go. I'm Dave Allen. I'm Good and Geek, and I've just shown you how to export out of the Affinity Designer application on the iPad and also on the Mac. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye now.